Hello.
Welcome back to Kitten Funhouse here. We are Kitten Funhouse.
Kitten Funhouse. What do we have today? Today we're doing a bunch of old sports cards, like sometimes 50 years old, that Lucy's grandpa gave to us at Christmas. What's the first one, Lucy?
Neil Steele second.
This is Neil Steele second. This is the 1959 World Series, game number 1. So I think it's probably 1959 or 1968 card.
Are we showing these?
Sure, this says Post Office, Rochester, Minnesota. I have no idea what this is. Like a business card. But it looks really old and it feels really old.
Greg Crimes.
This is my dad's business card from Paso Robles, California. Email him, Greg Crimes at charter.net. Allaboutpasorobles.com, probably both non-functioning. You got these free at vistaprint.com.
This is double-sided.
Ooh, so this one, please hold it up, Lucy. This
Mark
is Mark McGwire, formerly the all-time batting champion, and this is Kerry Kittles, former lottery pick for the Nets, I think.
People.
Frank Thomas, former White Sox slugger.
Thomas.
This is a 1992 card. After he'd been in the year for 2 years, he was already all-star quality at that point. Fred McGriff, of course, is the next one. This looks like what year? This is 2001, 2002. Fred McGriff, of course. I didn't remember that he played for the Cubs, but apparently he did.
That says the King on this one.
He was one of my favorite players back in the day. Here's the King. We're going to give that to Lucy's grandpa, or other grandpa, who loves racing. That's, what's his name? Tom Petty or Richard Petty, I think?
No.
Race car driver.
Derek
Jeter, yep. He's one of the great baseball players. I think he played shortstop. Oh, here's a hologram of Hank Aaron.
Oh!
Yeah, I don't know what year that's from. But judging by the quality of the hologram, I'm going to guess mid-90s.
It looks like a mirror that's all smudged up. Like it's very hard to see.
Oh, this one.
It's a girl getting married.
This is Kate Middleton, Duchess of Cambridge.
Kate Middleton.
She's the current Duchess of Cambridge, and I think she has 2 kids now. And tweets out of the royal family account. This is a Hannah Montana card. Let's see the year on it. I don't know what year, but it's...
Did you hear?
It says, did you hear? I don't know. Yeah, I heard. I think this is the Death of Superman series. I don't know much about these, but I did remember reading the Death of Superman back when it was a big deal in the early 90s, I think. I remember my dad bought like 10 copies from Walmart thinking it was going to be a big collector's item. That's what they were touting it. That was in the height of the baseball card craze stuff, so it was a huge collector's bubble. And who knows, it probably was worth $100 at that point.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
Ooh, this is a Johnny Unitas. Looks like
Johnny Unitas?
A remake. And what's on the other side? Graham Edge, who's...
Graham Edge.
I think that's a music producer card. Let's see. Let's check that out.
Up next comes Shiny Man!
Graham Edge, drummer, percussionist, the Moody Blues of the Moody Blues.
The Moody Blues, he's so moody.
Your grandpa loves the Moody
Andy
Blues. What's this card? Ooh, Barry Bonds. He's the home run champ last I checked, so also a steroid user. Cheated his way to the home run title. But also a great talent for what it's worth. Danny Manning, former #1 pick of the Clippers, of course. And he actually is kind of considered a bust, kind of, but he had a great career. At this point in time, he was in 5 years and averaged roughly 20 points a game at that point.
Tom Brady, double-sided Tom Brady.
Tom Brady,
Double-sided.
the most overrated quarterback in the NFL.
Oh, this is the same.
Oh, they're 2 Tom Bradys.
They're the same, aren't they?
Yeah, I guess. Ooh, Bill Laimbeer. Former
Laimbeer.
Detroit Pistons center. Yep, Bill. He's a golfer on the back.
This is Bill.
I remember getting this card when I was in 6th grade.
What?
I know, right?
What's this?
Jim Harbaugh. Now, Jim Harbaugh, this is him on the...
Jim Harbaugh.
What team is that? The the Baltimore Ravens. But
Baltimore Ravens.
I remember when he played for the Bears. When I was in 6th grade, he came and spoke at this like event, and I just remember being super excited to see him. Also noticed behind the Jim Harbaugh, there's an Isaiah Thomas card. Superstar sticker, Fleer basketball.
Ooh,
So apparently it's a sticker, yeah, but don't take it off.
I want to
This
see
is in
it.
1988.
I want to see it.
Of course, Isaiah Thomas, a great out of the city of Chicago. Chris Warren, who I believe is in Tecmo Super Bowl. This is like his 3rd year. He was a decent running back. Oh yeah, he had three big years to start his career. Huge years. 1,000, 1,500 yards rushing. One of the best running backs in '94, I would guess. Terrell Owens, yeah. He's a great receiver. Looks like there's more than one in here. The NFL sports card game. Intentional grounding.
Should I start
Work the
unwrapping
clock.
these? Should I start unwrapping these?
Middle float. Sure. Yeah, sure, Lucy. Down and in, and then Terrell Owens. I think these are all game cards. Hey, Ansel. No, we don't. Hey, don't. Please leave those where they're at.
Clifford the big red dog.
We don't have Clifford cards, I don't think, but it'd be cool. Here, come over here and you can be in it. Come over here, sit in this chair.
I miss Lucy.
We saved a chair for you.
Jim Landis. Lucy, I think I've been.
That's okay. Let's see what this is.
Jim Landis. This first one.
Hold it up so you can see it. Here it is, Jim Landis. Now, I don't know what year that's from. It's really old, though. Let me see here. Looks like 1959, Jim Landis.
Bubba Phillips.
Bubba Phillips, put him up there.
Bubba Phillips.
These look like the same
But
year.
there's another one.
1959.
There's another one. Oh.
Yeah.
Jim River.
Jim Rivera. Don't know
Jim
any of these guys,
Rivera.
although that's a White Sox. That's White Sox. So these are White Sox. My dad was a big White Sox fan back in the day.
This one.
Used to attend the game with his grandpa.
Which one?
Early win of the Chicago White Sox. Now this looks like, I don't know what year this is, but a long time ago. So it's worth $40 on the card itself.
Chicago White Sox.
Oh, Louis Aparicio. That's one of the Chicago White Sox
I thought it
greats.
was Louis.
I want to say he played like third base. This
No.
is 3rd year in the league. Didn't have any great stats at that point, but one of the great Chicago White Sox. He was 1956 Rookie of the Year.
A lot of these are Chicago White Sox. Chicago White Sox.
Ooh,
Nellie Fox.
Nellie Fox. He's one of the greats. He's one of the great White Sox ever.
That's what I was thinking.
Looks like my dad.
Billy
The mom is the dad and the dad is the mom.
Pierce.
Billy
No, the
Pierce.
dad is the
Billy.
dad is
Pierce?
the mom and the
What's this
and
thing?
the
Billy
dad
Pierce.
is the mom.
Billy Pierce. Chicago White Sox.
Yeah. So my dad must have collected the whole set from that year for the White Sox, anyway.
Chicago White Sox. Whoa!
Oh, that's the team card.
The whole team.
Cool.
Oh God.
Cool.
Looks like Billy Owen, Mr. Bitty Pants.
Mr. Bitty Pants. Oh, this is cool.
Ooh,
This is a Michael
I wish
Vick.
we could open it.
Probably jersey worn. It says NFL Sweet Spot Classics, Michael Vick.
I wish we could touch it.
Oh, it's a unique trading patch.
What?
I don't know. It's not clear that he wore it even, but maybe he did. I don't know.
Chick Iron. I did it
Yeah,
wrong.
it doesn't. There's no indication that he actually owned it, or wore it. What's next? Ooh,
Mr. Billy Wonka.
Mr. Billy Wonka, otherwise known as Charles Barkley. All-Star East,
Charlie
Charles Barkley.
Charlie Bucket.
These are 1992 cards. Well, Barkley has some great stats. I forget how good he was.
Some great stats.
There he is. I remember that card. There was a great bunch of, there were 3 of 6. There was some really neat color. Oh, this is one too. So back then they used to do these neat little paintings. Charles Wade Barkley.
Who's Charles?
Charles Wade
Oh,
Barkley.
this is getting.
Charles
I did
Wade
it.
Barkley. So some really neat Charles Barkley cards there. What's next, Lucy?
On this.
Ooh, it says 1972, so I'm guessing all of these cards are from 1972. It's like Ron Cook,
Brown Cook.
Joe Torre. All right.
Joe Torre.
Former Yankees manager. I think he managed the Dodgers. Dave McNally.
Why does it
Sal
say
Bondo. Frank Howard. I don't know. Why do you think? Clay Carroll.
Because it's ultra and it's
Jim
ultra.
Bibby. Santiago Guzman. Jorge Roque.
Oh, hey, okay.
Joe LaHood.
Who's Joe
LaHood, maybe? Jose Pena. Hey, Steve Stone. Announcer for the Cubs. Jim Hunter. He was a great pitcher. Back to Ron Cook. Wonder if Joe Torre knew he was going to
Scottie
manage
Pippens.
back then.
Should I take these out of the
If you can do it without damaging them.
like that?
Yeah. Are these all Scottie Pippens?
Scottie Pippens.
Put you there. There's one Scottie. Now, Scottie, he was my favorite player when I was growing up. This is the 1990 All-Star game. Scored 4 points in that game. There he is. Look at this smile. Scottie was fun to watch back in the day. I liked him.
Scottie Pippens.
He was tall and lanky.
Chicago Bulls.
Yep, he was tall and lanky, so that was kind of like what I was. I liked
Scottie
watching him.
Pippens.
He was a great passer, great defender.
Bulls.
Named one of the NBA's 50 greatest players, but I never thought he was quite deserving of that.
Chicago Bulls.
He was a great. He wasn't even great. I think he was a great talent, but he couldn't dominate a game in the same way like
Can we do
the other 50 players would.
The other thing that we
We're still doing this one. First we have to sign off with this one. We did them all.
Oh, we finished all of them now.
Yeah, so it's time to sign off and say goodbye for now.
Well, why can't we do another one?
You could say, this is the Happy Fun Kitten family?
No, the
Kitten Funhouse. Kitten Funhouse family. Saying goodnight. Are you sad?